So to say I'm irritated is beyond belief right now. I'm having nothing but issues. This track is just not there. Normally the bike likes to 60 foot, and because it's 60 foot so hard, it's not actually hooking up. We've basically delayed the nitrous out like a full 1.5 seconds. It just does not like it. It was still spinning on that pass, but he was able to grab every gear and stay ahead of Mikey. We ended up having to take him out first round. They ended up drawing each other up in the staging lanes. That sucks. I was hoping we could both go to at least the finals or semifinals, but I'm not even sure we're gonna make it out of second round because that was pretty slow. So let's take a look at the log here and we'll go from there, and then I'll try to get some more stuff for the video here, but I gotta figure this thing out. So. Alright guys, this is Jeff. You haven't met him yet.
Hi!
Jeff owns this place.
Moto Link Speed there in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Ty?
What's going on, Ty? Yeah, we've had an eventful day. Eventful last 2 days. The bike is being exactly the name of it.
99 problems.
Fucking stupid. I want to push it over. But it's not the bike's fault. It really isn't. Actually, if anything, I'm more proud that the bike has held up to...
Yeah, we didn't break anything with all the abuse.
Oh, so much abuse, dude. It spun so hard the first time, and then it spun again, and then made a 10-inch move, spun again, and then that time it made it out of the hole, but then it started spinning, and Jeff just did his best, and he kept his hand into it and just started grabbing gears, and he caught Mikey spinning, and we ended up getting the win. See that? Look good. They look good. Mowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a smack in there. You see that? That's his rig.
Oh yeah, you got that big ass trailer. That's
yeah,
cool.
it's fucking cool.
It's sweet.
But no, we're having our work cut out for us. I don't know what. Hopefully we can get the buy run next round.
There is no buy run next round.
That's
Dylan, David, Trevor, and myself. Right?
Yeah. So, and all of them have made decent hits.
Yeah.
That was the first time we went down the track, and it wasn't very quick. So, if we can get it to stay hooked up, maybe we can run with them. I don't know. It's gonna be. We might be out this next round, but it ain't for a lack of us trying.
Our best, you know.
Yep. So, all right, guys. So that concludes Rally at the Valley. Wasn't a great showing for us. We always seem to struggle during this whole race. Not just this one, but other ones. This one, there were some issues that I could have addressed myself on the bike. The biggest one being that we're going to be putting a new nitrous system on the bike. A little smaller solenoid. It's got a big solenoid that we used to run off of the race car. It's a nitrous express, but it just hits way too hard. It's hard to control it when you're trying to use a progressive stage. You just can't do it. It was hitting way too hard, way too aggressive. The pass against Mikey, we left on motor for like 2 seconds and then brought the nitrous in, and you can hear it. It starts spinning. But it was regulated to 30% of a 165 shot. So it's not much, but they don't like to be regulated that low. And even at that, sometimes you're not even doing anything at that point with the thing. So let me get a little comfy. As you can see, we're back home. There's a skid loader. But No, we had a great weekend. Kids enjoyed it. We had fun with all of our friends, the cycle shop guys. Congrats to Dylan Klinhagen. He won the heads up class against David. He also beat us in the semifinals. So I want to kind of address a couple things. You know, we're not professionals by any means at this. We give this a good try. We always have. One of the biggest things is I work on my own bike a lot of the times and do a lot of my own tuning. I get help from Will, David. They kind of guide me in the right direction. This weekend, everybody was struggling, so it was really hard to pull anybody away from doing anything like that. I tried to get that thing down through there so many times. It wasn't for a lack of trying. Jeffo was there. He was helping me. Big shout out to him. He was a big support. I know he was getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated. Biggest issue I see us having is we need testing. That's just how it goes. We're gonna put a new slick on. Like I said, we're gonna put a new nitro system on it. When I say new nitro systems, I mean new solenoids, new jets. We're gonna change the way the fogger system is on it. We're getting some plates from Brutal. Those should be pretty sweet. I can't wait to see those. Those will look sharp on the bike. And then basically, we need to go test. We need to go up to Ottawa, do some 330 hits, some 60 foots. The biggest thing that was killing us was not getting it out of the hole this weekend. It wasn't... It was kind of weird because the bike hooks so hard that on normal tracks we were going 120 to 110 60 foots. That's just common for it. So here I am thinking, you know, this is just a pain in my ass right now. So I started turning it down, and we turned it down all the way to like 5%, and it still spun. And then we waited 2.5 seconds out against Mikey, and then it still spun down track. And then the next pass, this is where it got a little dicey. I thought I seen a white puff of smoke about mid-track, about 330. Maybe a little bit before that. I thought I seen that, and then that's when I heard the spinning start, and it started just banging around on the gears, and it started blowing fire and everything. I thought it was hurt. We tore it apart after the race. Guy next to us had a compression check. I checked the compression, had good numbers all the way across the board. It had 190, 194, and then I believe one was 196, and then the other one was 188. So it's got really good compression across the board. The plugs were just black. They weren't damaged or anything. So I threw it back together, fired it up, let it run for a couple minutes, put it on the two-step, sounded fine. So the bike is not hurt in any means from that pass. But when you're trying to make it down a track like this and you're having this much trouble, you can't help but think that there's something wrong with the bike until we seen the last pass of the finals. And we seen our good friend David and Dylan both hit standing water on the track. You could literally see the puddle just... He went right through it. You could just see the big splash, and he started spinning. He instantly lifted, which was very smart on any rider to do. Dylan edged him out for the win. But the guys had went down there and they went and looked at it, and there was standing water. The track officials, they went down there. They went and dried it off as best as possible, but that was the finals. I mean, it was game over already. The racing was done. There ain't nothing to do. You ran a whole race where there was standing water on the track, and you just now caught it. Not the greatest thing, but I mean, what are you going to do? I'm not blaming anybody, but I mean, the guys at the track, the guys who run the event are great guys. They are amazing. They'll do anything for you. They'll help you set up. They give us a place to race, and so does the racetrack. The racetrack's a great thing. But when it comes to a safety aspects, water on the track is one of the most dangerous things when you're pushing these kind of bikes, or even a street bike. I was so amazed that nobody crashed with as much water was out there. What had happened was we had some rain the night before, and then it got really hot. And I'm guessing the water came up through the cracks in the track, which is common almost anywhere. But for them not to go out and check the surface is just mind-boggling. One of the other things is we've only seen them prep maybe once. We were told they were going to be prepping a few times throughout the day. And if anything, this was the worst track prep that we've ever ran on. That's not being mean in any sort of way, but something has to be done. When you're told they're going to prep, we expect prep, not get up there and it's completely bald and there's nothing there. And like I said, everybody struggled to get down the track, so we are all playing the traction game this weekend. And basically it was who persevered more and figured it out the fastest. Obviously we didn't figure it out that fast. It took us till first round before we even got down the track. Unluckily we drew Mikey, so we had to try something. I honestly thought that Mikey had us. He was having some trouble with his bike going into first gear. We'll get that figured out. I'm pretty sure he's pretty close to figuring it out. Something with the shift linkage is binding up and not allowing it to go all the way down into first gear. And once that's all figured out, that bike's gonna rip. That bike made some really solid A to B passes when it was going. It shifted every time. I think there was one pass where he blew the tire off, but that was a test pass. Other than that, that bike is gonna fly. So he's in a good zone. He's got his head on straight. Little hot tempered, but who isn't in this sport? He gets frustrated pretty easy because he had issues in the past, but he's heading in the right direction. I really believe that he's gonna start showing out here pretty soon, and we got to stay on the ball because we can't be falling behind him and not being there right with him. We'd like to get some video of us both in the finals or something, or later in the rounds. When you have a race with a low bike count, it's kind of hard not to draw each other. For some reason, whenever he has his bike going, we always end up freaking racing each other. It's amazing. But no, all in all, it was a great weekend. Like I said, we'll get those parts changed out and we'll go do some testing, but